Bon, on va recommencer. It's been like 3 times that I'm trying to record this podcast because there's so much noise. And at the same time, it's so, like, there are so many places that I want to be filming, making picture because it's very pretty. Uh, but anyways, I think the thought of today is how we sort of like experience life, and experience new environments, people. Like Italy is really, or like where I am right now, Bari, or I don't know if it's like a mix of my own mood, my own intention for experiencing this place, if it's a mix between also people bringing that to me, or just like a sort of confirmation of how I do things and how I move and how I am moved by life and by external stimuli. But I realize that I'm a creature of habits. Like, if I have something in my head, like if I have a coffee place or a food place or whatever, I'm just gonna go there every fucking day. And I found this place here in, I found this place here in Bari that I really like. And it's called, comment ça s'appelle? Cosmico Café. Okay, first of all, coffee here is very cheap. Like, Americano is literally the max I paid for an Americano was €2.50. Amsterdam, Paris, please learn, okay? The max for a cappuccino was €2.70. Okay, the espresso is like €1 sometimes. The max is like €1.50. Okay, I need to do my mon lacet. I need to faire. Oh putain. Ah, c'était gluant, mais qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ok, mes lacets ils sont faits. My shoelaces are done. Est-ce que ça enregistre? Oui. Donc, ouais. So, max pricing here is that for a coffee and for a cappuccino. And I realized that no matter what I do during the day, I always want to go there because, first of all, people are nice, coffee is nice, mood is nice, and it's chill, and it's inexpensive, and they have delicious also pastries that I haven't tasted. And you can tell by now that I haven't been fasting for the past 3 days because I am completely exhausted. Like, my skin is breaking. I have psoriasis on my face. Anyways, I'm not gonna justify myself. That's gonna be for another episode because I have so much to tell about that. But anyways, creature of habit. And if I go to one place, or find one place, I'll just go there every fucking day. And I realize that there is beauty in doing that because you build relationships with people. You get to know their stories. And obviously, me being me, I'm like, hey, who are you? Why are you here? What moves you? Blah, 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 blah. So you get to, again, connect, interact, and you feel like you're just really living. And I think this was one of my missions to coming here, to Italy, but also in Sardinia in a couple of days, is just really to live as if I've been here forever, And I think that, first of all, this takes away a lot of pressure. Because you don't have to sort of discover and everything. Like, I'm wondering, like, no, I'm not even wondering, because even if I was here just for a few days or a week, same amount of time, my habits wouldn't change. I think I would still go to that coffee place. I would still eat at the same place. I would still do my groceries at the same place because that's how I get to experience a city, a country. And in my head, it's never ending. It's never over. Like, if I want to come back to that place, I will come back to that place. It's never a one-shot sort of thing where it's like, all right, let me just tick all the fucking boxes from me being here. I have 1 week to do it all. And then I'm fucking off. Buongiorno. I just realized that that's not how I function. For me, it's always like, I cannot just see one city or one country in one time, in one go. I might be like judging people who do that. Sorry, not sorry, but I just really don't understand it, because if you have the means and if you really want to come back to the city, like, you're gonna come back. Look at me. I came back to Orozai in Sardinia 4 fucking summers in a row. I came back to the country of Sardinia 5 fucking times in a row. And I still have so much to discover. And of course, throughout my holidays, I did day trips and everything, but I've never been one to sort of like consume anything, but more invest, digest, study, leave it, give it some space, and then come back to it. Oh, hey, my Tunisian brothers, maize balls. See, that's why I'm not gonna be living here, because they're Tunisians. I'm joking. But anyways, all this reflection of me being a creature of habit just made me realize how we have this tendency to consume also each other, to consume life, to dispose of friends, to dispose of jobs, of clothes, of apartments, of relationships, of everything basically. And I'm also, I'm not really guilty of that. I mean, guilty in charge sometimes on some things, for sure. But I've never been one to especially consume friends or relationships. The rest I can, like clothes. Oh my god, yes, ça c'est vraiment pas bien, and I've stopped, to be honest. But when it comes to my relationships, my friendships, or anything, I've never been one to just consume. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine this morning, and she said something really beautiful about me that revolved around the fact that I'm so curious and I love people so much. And I'm so driven by the why, and again, obsession, maybe obsessive curiosity, I don't know. But she said that, and I was like, that's true, and it does take energy, it does take commitment to ask these questions, to also be like that. And that's why maybe I don't have a lot of, when I'm with you, when I'm with a person, I'm fully here. Presence, like 100%. There's no phone. Anyways, my phone is always like on silent mode. No notifications, no calls. That's why I'm missing out on all the calls in my life, And it's a choice, because I don't want to be disturbed, even in my own timing. And God bless COVID, because since COVID, this is how I got to really prioritize that timing for myself and put my phone on do not disturb. It's been 7 years, dude. Wow. 7 years of do not disturb. Apart from today, but because today I'm waiting for the call from UPS to get my laptop. But apart from that, it's do not disturb, because I want to be fully present. I want to just make sure that wherever I go, with whomever I am, I'm just fully 100% here, connected, focused, concentrating on what is around me, so that I don't indeed consume and just be like, all right, made a picture, ciao, I'm the type of person who's just going to look at a fucking window. I have a passion for windows, and I'm just going to stare at it like this for I don't know how long, but just because in my head it's all sorts of like thoughts and oh putain, mais qu'est-ce que c'est magnifique. And then I try to again imagine the stories of the people who have left in that place and who've had that fucking window. What kind of view do they have? How did they wake up? Oh my god, there's the sun here. What kind of people did live here? You know what I mean? So I think that's why I am maybe an introvert, or not having a lot of energy for outdoor activities or going out at night or too many people, because I can't. Because my energy goes into these tribulations, Donc, voilà. I guess my point of today was really just about consumption and how we might have a tendency to, and especially maybe like with our society now, social media, TikTok, Snapchat and whatever, everything is fast. Everything is just like too quick, even on social media. And I think that's why I love the podcast so much, and the video project that I'm doing is that I take more time, and maybe Instagram format right now is not really my thing, because it sort of like forces me to stick to 90 seconds max, you know, and with all these fucking gurus that say, hey, you need to grab their attention within the first 3 seconds. I'm like, mais non, en fait. I don't necessarily want to do that. Actually, I want to learn. So I'm studying it, but I don't want to do it because I don't think that removes again that connection, that removes again the whole purpose of living, which is like take your time, you know, take your time to experiment, to experience, to breathe, to just watch, to use all of your senses, you know. And I've started doing something now that I'm here, is to really, so every morning I do my morning pages, so 3 pages of whatever is coming out of my brain. Sometimes it's ideas, sometimes it's aha moments, sometimes it's like being angry and emotions dumping. It's like trash. Sometimes it's also trash, you know, where it's basically like, oh, today I need to take the trash out, or I forgot, and whatever, you know. Sometimes it's 3 pages, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 1.5. But anyways, and at the end of the day, I do my gratitude as well for the day. And I try to remember as much as I can all these different things that stroke me using my senses. So what did I smell? You know, right now I'm smelling incense. What did I see? What did I taste? What did I feel? What did I hear? You know? And as much as I can, try to remember these things, because this is how I feel like, obviously, I feed myself. Then not everybody feeds themselves the same way, which is fine. But I think that it is helping me not to be in a position of consumption. And funny enough, when I don't do that, when I don't do my morning pages, when I don't do my gratitude at night, I just feel like the day has gone by and I wasn't present. I wasn't focused. Do you know what I mean? It's funny that I say, do you know what I mean, when actually you're not really here with me. But anyways, I hope you do know what I mean. Et voilà. So I just hope that maybe this helps put some perspective in how you live life, what you would want to experiment more, what you would want to experiment less of. Because I think that at the end of the day, why the fuck is this always so noisy and busy? At the end of the day, we can always decide and choose what kind of life we want to live. Voilà. Allez, bisous.